Only grown folks allowed. The only place where we don't need no ID. But the minute you get to acting childish, we gonna get your ass up out of here. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you're on YouTube, shout out to y'all. If you're on Facebook, shout out to y'all. Hit that like button, share the video. We got to talk about GS Lil Ronnie and his 5-year-old daughter, who was recently slain in Fort Worth, Texas at a car wash. Now, throughout my days, every day of the week, it's almost my job to be over social media and check for content, see what the news is, see what's trending, see what's going on. In the last 2 or 3 days, it's been cluttered with nothing but what happened to GS Lil Ronnie. And we know GS Lil Ronnie was part of the streets. But this situation right here hit home because we all got kids and most of us got little girls. So in this situation, when we see a street dude get caught up at a car wash and his kid is in the car, why he's washing and cleaning out the car, and these 2 suspects show up with the most worst intentions they could possibly have for this dude, right? Why, as people that participate in the street, do we put our kids in harm's way when we know what we're doing in the streets? And this right here really made me think about this a lot because of the situation at hand. It's a little girl gone because her dad chose a lifestyle that she didn't participate in, nor was she a part of, but because she was with her dad, bonding with her dad, she lost her life too. We got to emphasize that because we got to do better as people that be in the streets, because when we in the streets, it won't allow us to be the father we need to be to our kids. You outside robbing niggas and you shooting and you selling drugs and you got niggas want to rob you, et cetera, right? It's certain things that can come your way. And if you ain't mindful of your family, your loved ones, your kids, in times when you know you got these things going on, you kind of at fault. You a whole lot of at fault for your kids being around them situations and getting caught up in them situations. If you sitting in the house and you doing what you doing and you know it's illegal and your kids end up having to lay down on the ground, like you got to lay down on the ground because you want to do what you shouldn't have been doing around your kids, that's really your fault. So as a street dude to be participating in the street and then get caught lacking at that, and then these people come for you in a manner that when they leave, they don't have any intentions of you living. And though the situation wasn't on purpose, because as he's getting shot at and he's running from the assailants, right? He just so happens to run back past the car, and as they're shooting at him, they're following him as he's running. So the car gets shot up. So his daughter gets shot up. The whole point of the situation is his daughter should have never been there, knowing that you didn't have threats about not going to this car wash, but for some odd reason, you took yourself to this car wash with your child in the car. So I don't know if he had an ego problem or he just didn't give a fuck, but you put your daughter in harm's way. And at the end of the day, when they came for him, he left her. Now, there's 2 ways to think about that. You could think about it as, okay, he ran off because he wanted to protect her. That didn't work so well because it still ended up being a situation where she lost her life too. So in the midst of being in panic when they come for him, for this to happen, I'm pretty sure when he seen what was going on and he took off running, he kind of knew what the situation was going to be for him. But to think about your kid at that same instance, with most likely she probably was gone before him because the car got shot up before he made it all the way over to where he made it from, and they caught up with him and finished him off. But my whole point is, as a street dude, if you in the streets and you doing certain things that make people want to come for you, those are the moments that you have to be a good enough father to keep your kids away from you, to keep them safe. And I was watching somebody and he was explaining how in his situation, he tried to do that, but the mother of his kids didn't see it the same way he saw it. So she wanted him to be with his kids, but he was trying to explain to her, like, it's not safe for them to be around me, and she didn't care. So by her not caring, it was more of, I want you to bond with your kids. It don't matter what type of situation you in. And that, like he was explaining, if something do happen, then you fought me for what happened with my kids around me when I tried to get you to understand that they don't need to be around me right now. So in this situation with GS Lil Ronnie, we know it's 2 assailants, possibly a getaway driver. It is a getaway driver because they have detained a female and 1 suspect. Now, if it is true that both suspects got captured, let me know in the comments. You know how it go. But we about to play this video about the suspects being caught in Livingston, Texas.
I'm gone away.
In the car.
See, everybody feeling the girl.
Yeah, they don't put her in the car. Yeah, they don't put her in the car.
Look, let me. Y'all know. Damn, let's get in this. Look at him. I'm gone away.
Livingston, Texas. We live in Livingston, y'all. They caught the people that killed them folks in Fort Worth in Livingston, Texas. We on film, y'all. Fort Worth, Texas. Look at the Fort Worth Press of Law. Way down here in Livingston, y'all. Look. Look. Fort Worth, Texas. Fort Worth, Texas, y'all. Hey, to Fort Worth, Texas. Fort Worth, Texas, y'all. We live down here in Livingston, Texas, man. They got the people that killed that young girl and her father. They got them in Livingston, Texas. They got them in Livingston, Texas. Here at the Shell station. They got them. Fort Worth, Texas. We live, y'all. Got Fort Worth County down here in Livingston, Texas. They got them. They got them, y'all. They got them. They got them. They got them, y'all. They got them. Yep, they got them. Fort Worth, Texas in the house, y'all. Look at all these laws at this store. Fort Worth, Texas. Fort Worth, Texas, y'all. We live in
Now, you see they got the driver, which was a girl. And the way they were saying it like they got both shooters. So I'm not sure if they got both shooters. If y'all know, let me know in the comments. But like I said, justice for GS Lil Ronnie and his 5-year-old daughter. Most importantly, the 5-year-old, because she didn't deserve it. Just bonding with her father cost her life. It didn't just cost her dad his life. It cost her life too. So this should be an example to a lot of people that, you know what I'm saying, if you affiliated to the streets, these things can happen. We seen THFTP out of Chicago get shot with his girl and his kid right there. They stood over him while his kid watched. Now I'm thankful they wasn't petty enough to do something to the kid, but at the same time, to be able to do something like that in front of the kid makes you heartless. You feel what I'm saying? So we do gotta be mindful if we participate in this life we call the streets. Because keep in mind, it is a facade. We giving our life and our time, our blood, sweat, and tears up for some shit that really ain't worth it. But when we talking about this little girl, is sad. You know, I text my daughters and it makes me rethink about the situation that happened, because you know when you're in the streets and you got certain things going on, these types of things can happen to you. And a lot of times we don't be thinking that this shit could happen to us, but it could. I'm pretty sure Lil Ronnie was thinking, this shit, nigga, I'm good. I'm about to go vacuum my car, wash it up a little bit. Me and my daughter gonna go to Chuck E. Cheese. But instead of that, he had people following. Instead of that, they had intentions of making sure he didn't leave that car wash. And not only did he not leave the car wash, his daughter didn't leave neither. Now, not only is Lil Ronnie gone, his daughter gone, and the mother don't have her daughter no more. And when you see things like this, it lets you know, like, the world is different now. What you used to do in the 80s and get away with, what you used to do in the early 90s and in the early 2000s, you ain't getting away with that shit no more. Everybody got a phone. There's cameras on every corner. Every business establishment has a camera. Most cribs in your community got a Ring camera. So when you do these types of things, just expect to assume you've been recorded. Like these two goofy ass niggas. And I don't wish death on people, and I don't wish jail on people, but these niggas deserve jail. When they get to jail, they deserve the broomstick right between the buns. All that and then some. Because at the end of the day, you didn't just take somebody that was outside participating in the streets. You took an innocent soul. And I seen some, like, shout out to my nigga AK-47, because he said something the other day. But I also seen Charleston White say something about that too. And he was like, GS Lil Ronnie's daughter was cursed because he was living a type of lifestyle that she would live the repercussions of his karma. Basically saying, like, it was something in the Bible stating, like, you know, you receive the same karma as your father or whatever. I'm not quoting it correctly because I don't read the Bible every day, but the way Charleston White put it, it made me think, like, because he was basically saying that she reaped the karma that her father not only was supposed to receive, but earned by being in the streets. So she became a product of the way he lived by default because she was there. And that can be any of us. You sitting in the crib and you know you just robbed a nigga, or you got some niggas that want to rob you, or you didn't burnt the nigga, whatever you did that got people wanting to come for you. And you sit in the house with your family and niggas come through and they shoot your house up. And then one of them straight bullets hit one of your kids and they gone. You lost a loved one. You lost a child behind your actions outside. Yes, the people that come for you fought wholeheartedly. But when something happened to your kids behind something you done, nigga, that's your fault. You riding all through the city like ain't nothing wrong, but you know you done did something and niggas is coming for you and your bitch get shot when they was coming for you. Nigga, that's your fault. So I think niggas that's in the streets need to start reevaluating how they live if you ain't prepared to take or accept the karma that come with being in the streets, because shit like this can happen to anybody. Shit like this can happen to anybody. So before you fix your mouth to be like, that could never happen to me, nigga, yes, it can. We might be in the streets, but we all take part in being a father. We got kids, so it's necessary. You might not do it the best way you're supposed to do it, but you are exactly that. So when you bonding with your kids, but you participate in the streets, these are the things that you can put your kids in because that's what you chose to do. So not only is it a 5-year-old that's no longer here with us no more because what her dad was participating in, and we don't even know what he did to receive. Just if you gang banging and your ops catch you, You don't have to do nothing. You from the other side. It's that simple. Sometimes you ain't got to do nothing. Just your affiliation can bring all the karma your way that you don't expect because of who you affiliated to. That can be any of us. So when you sitting up thinking about finessing a nigga out of sack, flexing and taunting the niggas that like to rob, when you outside doing anything, nigga, that's gonna make niggas want to come get some get back, knowing that you got kids and loved ones and you around them all the time. Nigga, don't blame God for the fire that come down on you when karma come your way, and that same karma end up touching your kids too, man. Because we participating in a lifestyle that come with that. It bring that. It's almost inevitable. Ain't no beating the streets, and I ain't met no niggas that ever beat the streets, nigga. Going to jail and still having a little bit of money is not beating the streets, nigga. You still lost your ass, went to jail. I ain't about to dumb myself down enough with you niggas to talk about jail numbers and shit. That's institutionalized bullshit, nigga. You want to be in the streets? Cool. You want to rob? Nigga, cool. You want to step on a nigga? Cool. But understand when that shit come back and it miss you, but it get one of your loved ones, or it get both of y'all, nigga, you brought that shit on your family, man. Justice for GS Lil Ronnie, man, and this 5-year-old daughter, man. Protect the kids by any means necessary, man. It's time for that. No, it's not. It's only grown folks allowed. The only place where we don't ask for no ID. But if you come up in here acting childish, we gonna boot your ass up out of here. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, man. I'm out.